Hello, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me at Thuya Hill Kitchen today. I'm super glad to have you here because today we're going to be talking about garlic scapes. These wonderful little things are a great addition to any kitchen pantry, and I can't wait to show you how I'm going to use them today. Today we're going to use them in a garlic scape pesto recipe, and I can't wait to share it with you. So funny enough, when I ordered my garlic, I forgot to write down the variety that I ordered. So throughout the entire winter, I thought for sure that I was growing Softneck garlic. Well, I'm just about ready to harvest them, and I went out one day late in May and I saw scapes forming. And that's when it occurred to me, I actually didn't order Softneck garlic, I ordered Hardneck garlic. The way you know you have Hardneck is if you get a scape. All right, so this is a garlic scape, and these only come on the Hardneck variety of garlic. So garlic comes in two different varieties, Softneck, which is a better variety for long-term storage, and then there's Hardneck, which produce these things called garlic scapes. At the end of the scape is the flowering bulb, and this is actually edible. Now I cut this portion off, the kind of grassy bit. Some people don't like this little flowering bit right here, but you can use them all the way up to that. They produce these beautiful, delicious, flavorful pieces, almost like a spring onion. And a great way to use a scape is in a garlic scape pesto, which is what I'm going to show you how to make today. Now it's a very easy recipe. If you have an abundance of garlic scapes, you can freeze them. But another way to use them is in a pesto. You can also freeze pestos as well. So that is what I'm going to do today. I have my scapes and I have basil, and I'm going to use a few other additions as well. So we're going to go ahead and make a garlic scape pesto today. I hope you enjoy. So as you'll see here, I have this trusty Cuisinart food processor. And this is a great tool for a few different recipes. One of them includes piccalilli. I think it's a necessary tool to have in your kitchen. Another great reason is for pesto. There are just certain recipes that demand a food processor, and I think this is one of them. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and rinse off your garlic scapes, and then you're going to cut them finely into about 1/4 to 1/2 inch pieces. Now these pieces are going to go directly into your food processor. Okay, so as you can see here, I've got my garlic scapes all cut up, and I've got about 2 to 3 cups that I've cut up here. And then I have my 1 cup of walnuts, my 1 cup of Parmesan cheese, shredded, and my basil. I also have my olive oil and my salt. As a side note, whatever scapes we don't use today, I'm going to put in the freezer, and I can add them to soups, I can add them to stews, or a variety of other things when I want that really pungent garlic flavor. They freeze great, and so that's what I intend to do if I don't use all of these today. We're going to take this off, and we're going to add in our scapes to our food processor. And I might add a little more than 1/2 cup. The recipe calls for 1/2 cup, but I like that strong, pungent flavor, and so I don't feel shy about adding more. Now we're going to add our basil. If I had more basil in the garden, I would put it in, but at this point, I will just enjoy what I have, which is just a little bit. Then we're going to add in our nuts. These are raw walnuts, about 1 cup, and some cheese, and I'll go slow with the cheese. Okay. All right, so I will also add some olive oil, and now I'm going to pulse. Some more olive oil. You're going to add about 1 cup of olive oil. It definitely helps to give you that texture that you know and love with pesto. I'm going to take my lid off and add a little bit more cheese. This is a nice Parmigiano Reggiano. Okay, and of course, there will be more olive oil added. Time for some more olive oil. Okay, now I'm going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And for me, that's just about a pinch. All right, that looks fantastic. Okay, so for the scapes that I'm not using in my pesto, tonight I am going to bag them up and I'm going to store them in the freezer. And like I said, these will be really good in soup, in stews, even a stir fry, they'd be great. I even picture this would be really good in like an egg fried rice. I intend to use these this summer for a variety of dishes. So these will store great in the freezer just as they are like this. Go ahead and take our container down. Oh, the texture is just great. It's got this really pungent, garlicky smell to it, and it feels like spring and summer in a jar. I picture this being really good on like a piece of toast with some salami and some avocado. Be really delicious. Okay, so this will be good for this coming week. I don't know that I'll eat more than that this week, so I'll just jar it right up and keep this in the fridge. This garlic scape pesto will keep in the fridge for 6 to 7 days, about a week, and so that'll be great to have. And now the remainder I'm going to put in the freezer in this ball jar with this ring and this lid, and I'll put the date on it so I know when I made this pesto. This gave me quite a lot. And again, this will keep in the freezer for a good amount of time. I'd say at least 6 months, maybe more, but I will probably aim to use it up within 6 months' time. What's fun about freezing stuff like this is that in 6 months from now, if I really am craving a taste of summer in December, I can just pull out my garlic scape pesto and I will feel that instant transportation to summer in one bite. So here is my einkorn sourdough bread that I made today. It was a delicious process. It's such a sweet little petite daily loaf. So I love this loaf. I have kind of transitioned away from my wet sourdough method into using the dry sourdough method. And so I thought this loaf would taste divine with some garlic scape pesto. And so I'm going to go ahead and cut into it right now and we'll just give it a taste, shall we? I love the whole process of making bread. It's just such a therapeutic thing, isn't it? So let's go ahead and try this pesto on the sourdough bread. It should be just delicious. It tastes so good. That Scape Pesto is kind of spicy, but not too spicy. It's got a real garlicky taste to it. And on the nutty sourdough, it's a perfect combination. One recommendation I might make, if you are eating this, have the person you love eat it with you because your breath is going to smell very strongly of garlic. I'm certain of it. So that is it, my friends. Garlic scape pesto. I've gone ahead and put one in a jar for the freezer and one in a jar for the refrigerator that I will use within a week. If you have some fun recipes with garlic scapes, I would love to hear about them. Please feel free to leave them in the comments below. And as usual, thank you so much for joining me on today's video. And I do look forward to seeing you in another new one very soon. Goodbye for now.